Did you get my thing? Where you at for the podcast? We ready? Good evening, everyone. Sorry about the delay. Today's topic was going to be about victims of violence, but I decided to speak on a few other things. I had a couple of special guests coming. One had an emergency, and the other one is having a little technical difficulties. Hopefully, he'll be able to get in. But it was brought to my attention right before I came down to come live. It's about all the violence that's going on among the young folks out here. I'm not understanding what's going on or what's the motive, or are they trying to prove something. I saw something disturbing on Facebook somewhere down by the Suloy area where it was caught on camera, and today an officer tried to save someone's life. Looked like kind of down there off of Hall Street. I'm not for sure, but it's like I have no words for like all the young people, you know, just being in all of this riffraff. I'm just not understanding. I'm hoping someone will come on and help me, with this topic because it's just getting out of hand here. It's so many things that I want to talk about. And I know we don't have a lot of time. And last week, it was just a lot going on. And I have Mama J. She's live this week, everyone. I do want to say that. Mama J, you would like to say something?
No, I'm just trying to find out what we're going to talk about tonight.
I'm trying to figure out like the violence that's going on out here. I'm just not understanding. You spoke on it earlier, and
Well,
you
for
asked. Go ahead.
okay. Well, for once, I was just when we had that conversation earlier, I was
Hmm.
just trying to figure out, what's going on with these young people. I mean, I'm not understanding all the violence. I don't. I'm not out here, so I really don't know what goes on out here in the streets. But I'm just trying to figure out what's driving our young people to the streets.
Well, a lot of people say it comes from not two parents being in a home or single moms, and I can't I can't understand that because it's a lot of single moms that's holding both sides, that raise their children right, but we can't do anything about once they get out of our sight or out of our custody, that they'll go the way that we've taught them. Because a lot of them don't, I don't know how they're living like that. I don't know why they're living like that. Is that to fit in, or is it a trend, or I'm not understanding.
Well, maybe it's because maybe they feel whatever they're doing on the outside is more accepting to the people that they're around, because you've got a saying that you always say, and I say it too, you draw what you're about. But but I'm not understanding what's the need. Where do we start to try and begin to heal our community? This is what I'm talking about. What do we need? How can we help? where
Well,
where are the older men, the more mature guys? I mean, it just can't keep going on like this. It has to be a stopping point sooner or later. And I'm just trying to figure out where did things go wrong.
Well, they
I
do
mean,
have a lot of groups out here that's trying to help the young men, but maybe, like you say, maybe we need more mentors, men that's have a lot of things going on for us, on the track business, and teaching them how to really become a man, and how to you know, not have to take from others for you to come up. It's a lot of that going around. It's not a lot of structure out here like it used to be back in the day. You know, things have changed. People act like they just don't care anymore. Oh, well, that's on him. No, I mean, if we had a lot of people that care, I think we have a better place. And then the system don't make it no better either, because you put felonies on these men, and they give them an excuse not to work, or they can't do this and they can't do that, and then jobs discriminate against that. It's kind of a lot, you know. And then these kids don't want to listen at all. They I don't know what they think being grown is, cuz this is not a game. This is, I mean, cursing and talking all crazy. That gets you nowhere. I know we did it back in the day, but these kids don't have no structure of um grown people or respect or anything. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna do more research. I'm gonna do more homework. Because that goes along with the victim of violence stuff. These, and it's not just women. It's some men out here being abused by women. Even if it's not physically, it's mentally. Because I know, some women can be abusive because maybe that's where they came from, or something they saw back in the day, or think it's make them a better woman. I don't believe in that, because it's a lot of more women score than men. Now that's just my theory, or my point of view.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with where you come from, your community, how involved people are. If you see something going wrong, you can't stop anybody from doing anything. But a lot of times, maybe if you just talk to that person and maybe show that person that you care. But the most important thing, we need money put back into our communities.
Yes,
Our
most
communities
definitely that.
are run down. These young people have nothing to do. When I was coming along, we had centers, after school that we could go to. They had
Hmm.
teachers and things there to help you with your homework. They had
Yep.
basketball. They had boxing. The girls
Hmm.
had all kind of needlework. A lot of things. These young people don't have anywhere to go and nothing to
Nope.
do. Let's
Nope.
start there. They have
Yep.
nothing to do.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it still takes money and finance to do all of this.
That's
They're
exactly.
dedicating a basketball court, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have, but what else are you doing? What else
Yeah.
can you do to draw these young people in?
Actually, Auntie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's actually you would think it's not nothing to do, but it's actually a lot of stuff out here for the kids to do. It's just
Oh,
the parents nowadays. Back then, it was almost mandatory.
Yeah.
We didn't have a choice. Like nowadays, kids just, oh, you don't want to do it, you ain't got to do it. But it's actually
but
because
you
my
know
kids
what?
be in after school stuff, you know. But it's just the parents don't push them to get in it.
Yeah. And then you got
But
a
you
lot of
know,
parents that work during that time, that jobs, either you're going to work 7 to 3 or 3 to 11 or 7 to 7, or, and then it's rough. It is.
but there's a lot of ways of doing this. You can go into the schools and things. They can allow so much time for, a lot of the mentors and things to come into the school to talk to the kids,
Uh-huh.
try to sign them up, get caller rides where you can go and pick the kids up and, pick them up and
Yeah.
bring them back. There's a lot of things you could do. But like I say, it takes money. Now, St. Louis is sitting on all of this COVID money, millions and millions of dollars. They've got all of
Yep.
this money from the football when they sued the football, whatever they had going
Hmm.
on. They got all of this money. What are they doing with this money?
Nothing. I don't see, it's like I say, when they were talking about the homeless people being downtown on Washington, and you put those people inside of a warehouse. I thought that was kind of crazy, because you have all of these schools that you're closing, and they're abandoned, and you could put those people up. You have convicted felons that's like in these halfway houses that's good with their hands, could do construction work, could do
Yeah,
electrician,
yeah.
let them come and maybe work some of their time down. That's community work. You could get out here and say, okay, well, we're trying to do this school to help the homeless people, and then some of the homeless people can come and help. Like they do Habitat for Humanity. You go out there and you work on the house and you get to buy the house or do whatever, however the program goes. But it's people out here with a lot of skills, and I've seen them, but nobody to back them up. Like you say, it take a lot of money. And what are they doing with the money? You could donate some of that money to some of that. I don't know. And it's gonna take just not me saying it on a podcast. It has to be broadcasted out. You know, it's so much going on where people think about it, but then when they get to trying to get that money or trying to get the grant, they'll shoot you down. But they give grants
Yeah.
for stuff to build some tree plants in a community. Hello everybody.
But
Um,
that's not going to help our community. That's not what our
no,
community needs.
no, no. We need more people to come and get involved. And a lot of stuff don't have to take money. It's people out here that's got um special gifts and just hands on. I remember before Charles passed, my friend, he had that program where he was mentoring the boys, and they would go and feed the homeless. They'll go and do construction work. They was getting like a construction like they some of them was getting a license, like they was like contracting really realtors, was really mentoring them to help them, show them ways of how to go about to get a construction license and own their own business and stuff like that. They don't even have that no more. When we graduated, we had to take a job readiness class to make sure we was getting ready for out here for the real world. They don't even do any of that. And the kids so grown, they don't want to do anything constructive. They want to do be lazy. I say be lazy because that's what they are. We give them too much, and then their expectations of that think everybody else supposed to do it. That's not how life goes. And then they don't have any more apprenticeships out here for them. I saw something on Facebook, but by the time you see it on Facebook, the program over. Like now they got the program where the government now is paying for you to go to nursing school. I just bet they are. Yeah, they're gonna pay for you to go do something that they probably wouldn't do themselves, and then they're gonna pay for it also because it's a shortage. A lot of us are leaving out the nursing field, you know, and you'll give free nursing classes, but that's not helping the people who are already in it. First, give free CNA classes. First, let them start there, because anybody can go and be a nurse, but do you know how to take care of the person? See, it's two different types of taking care of them. You could be a nurse and take care of them and not really do nothing, but you could be a CNA, and they do all the work, you know. So
Yeah,
it's like
but you got to get to that first. They can go into the schools. All of these young people, school changed since I've been there because we started from the kindergarten and we went all the way up to the eighth grade, and then you just went on to high school. But
right.
even then, they could start in middle school, start training these kids, let them start doing things. So
Yep,
by the time they get to high school, they'll already have a little experience
yep,
under their belt. You see what I'm
yep,
saying? Then let
yes,
them decide what they want to do in life.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, because
Expose
I
them to different. You don't know what you're going to do if you're never exposed to it.
to it. Exactly. Exactly. You are exactly right. Because my grandson, I asked him, and he was like, well, I don't know right now. You in the sixth grade. When I was in the sixth grade, I already knew what I wanted to do. I said I wanted to be a school teacher. But by the time I got to high school and I went to public school, I said, I don't want to be this. These kids bad. No. And then time changed. By the time you look at, he in the six now, he still got 6 more years to go. And look how it's gonna shift. Cause now, a lot of the over in the Hazelwood East district, a lot of those they combined the high school and the middle school. So when you just keep going, so you won't say, well, I don't know how to do high school because you already was there. So it ain't no difference. But I was up there the other day and I didn't know the grade school kids from the high school kids. All the kids looked alike to me, and I think that wasn't right. I said because some of the eighth graders looked like they was in high school, but they was really in the eighth grade. I said, "Oh Lord, these kids are just too grown," you know. And it's all about the structure and what your children want out of life. I could lead you there, but and that's up to you if you want to succeed in it.
Yeah, Nicole, but it has to be a cooperation a lot of times between the parents and the teachers. You got to know what your kids are doing in school. You got to
Yes,
get up off of your behind sometime and just make a surprise visit. They won't
yes,
even know you're coming. And just sit
right,
back and observe your kids. See, your kids act one way around you. Then when you see them out or in another environment, you wouldn't even recognize your child.
yes,
And the
absolutely.
first thing that's going to come out your mouth is, I know that's not my daughter. I know that's not
Hmm.
my son acting up. But if you
Hmm.
get up and you begin to get more interested in what your kids are doing, then
Yes.
I think a lot of things would be different.
Uh huh.
I really do. I
Yes.
think it would be, but you got to get involved.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Most
A
definitely.
child can't, a child can't raise itself.
Exactly.
That's why you're the parent. That's
Right.
why you're the mother. That's why you're the father. I'm not your friend. I'm your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's a dividing line between that.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. And then a lot of these young parents.
You didn't even acknowledge the people that's talking to
Okay. And a lot of these parents don't understand parenting. I think they should have that back in the school where they had the parenting class. But in the mix of me saying that, hi Amber, hi TK, hey Nicole, and what's up, brother Dennis? I'm glad you guys joining me. Um, our topic is, we have a lot of open topics today, and I just didn't just dwell on one topic. It's just an open topic, and we're talking about, just a society period. And a lot of these young mothers need to understand that communication, and the things that you do, your kids watches you. And I tell people that, like, you could be upset about something, and we have to watch what we say around these kids, because these kids repeat everything. These kids are not like the old kids, you know. Uh, they can repeat everything that you said. Tell all your business at school and anywhere, and it's just like you have to watch what you do around your children, And then I was seeing where I was reading where the little boy was 7, accidentally shot himself. Well, at 7 he should know better. But if you don't teach him, how would he know? It's all about what you teach your children. One thing I did do, and my kids can vouch for it, independence. I always tell my kids, if when there's no more me, what will you do? And that's the same thing I used to tell myself, because when there's no more Mama J, who I have? I only have me. It's only me. But my kids have each other. And I try to tell them, no matter how mad you get at each other, don't never not talk to that your sisters or your brothers, or your closest friends, because one day it may not be them. People leave away from her every minute of the day, and you're not promised tomorrow. But in society, they don't teach that. They used to have that. They used to have that. So I don't know.
Well, don't leave church out. Church is in there
Well,
too.
yeah, churches in too.
Yeah,
I
you
say
gotta
that
get
on the
up.
pod. You right. You right. You right.
Don't
Cause the
don't
church
ta-
used to
don't
help a whole lot.
right. Don't send them. Take them.
Where you at, Mr. Stratus? Uh huh. Yeah. Uh huh. Yep. Yep. I mean, you used to could go to church and people would help you. Now people they need help themselves. Uh-uh. I'm finna resend it. Nope. You are absolutely right. And pastors used to come out like when you used to be sick and do all of that. They don't even do that anymore.
Well, a lot of churches they've gotten so big until they don't even know who attend the church and who don't. The only way they
Right.
really know you is because you probably just giving so much money, or you giving more than that 10% that you're supposed to be giving
Yep.
anyway.
Yep. Yep.
And me personally, I've never liked big churches. I've never liked them because I want to know my pastor and I want my pastor to know who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You
I'm
are
gonna give a shout
absolutely
out
right.
to I'm gonna give a shout out to Agape, and we've got a wonderful pastor. And I'm gonna admit it, I haven't been there in a while, but I've been sick off and on, but I'm going back. But we have a wonderful pastor. You could call him day and night, and he's gonna be there.
Yeah. Now that he is. Yep. Yep. You're absolutely right. You're
And
absolutely right.
some of these churches need to step up too. Go to
Yeah.
some of your
Uh-huh.
parishioners' homes sometime. Call
Yeah.
these people up. See
Yeah.
what their needs are. You know, it's all the time. It's not about money. Everything is not about money. Although money helps, it's not about money.
I agree with
You have to get to know,
you.
your parishioners and stuff. You got to
Oh
know what's
yeah.
going on with them.
Oh
But
yeah.
people now, they don't really want you up in their business, or I don't want you coming to my house, and and all this kind of stuff. But
Oh
then
yeah.
things are gonna stay the way they are
Mm-hmm.
because everybody is so secretive now. I don't want
Uh-huh.
anybody in my business and stuff. But everybody needs help sometime or another.
Right. You're absolutely right.
We
Everybody
cannot
needs
live in this.
help.
We can't live in this world by ourselves.
That's
It's just impossible.
mm-hmm. And then a
And a
lot
lot
of
of
people
people,
don't even want you to tell them nothing, show them
right?
nothing.
They have a lot of pride. They have a lot of
Yes.
pride. Pride
Yes.
is not going to get you anything. Pride is not going to put nothing on your table.
But what you said, pride, and I don't know, understand where they think just because you over 21 or 22 do not make you be grown. It do not make you grown. I'm telling you. And I'm speaking from somebody that has a birthday in 10 days, you know, and I'll be a little bit younger, but I'm still learning. Everybody has to learn something. And it's a lot of people that I mean, come out the gate. I'm grown. You can't, and then you grown, but then you don't act grown. Grown people take care of themselves.
That's what my grandmother always said. If you want to be grown, then grown people take care of
Grown
themselves.
people take care of themselves.
Get up, go to work, hit that time clock like everybody else. Do what you got to do. You got to take responsibility. Then maybe I'll look at you as being grown.
Yeah.
But as long as you in my house and I'm still kind of taking care of you and stuff, I don't
Hmm.
consider you grown. I
Hmm.
consider you a visitor.
Hmm. You're
That's what
absolutely
you are.
right. Yes, yes, Miss Amber, you are absolutely right. And you 20s, you got some in their 40s. Think that. Some of the they not adults. They not the new young no adults. They the wannabe adults. But when something going wrong, they sure to call people. Yeah. And it's all about self. They don't think about nobody else, or even if they have children, they think about buying all these material clothes and doing all of that. What do your child know how to spell his name? If your child got lost, do they know how to go to the police and tell them your first and last name, your address, your cell phone number, or call my other grandmama? These kids don't know nothing. The police come up to them, they go and just start looking crazy, as if they don't even have a vocal cord to even talk. But have you taught them that? See, they don't they learn by example. It's only what
No,
you
the
teach them.
oh no, the police asked him what is your mother name? Peaches?
Yeah, yeah. Her
Peaches.
name, they call her Shay Booty, and her girlfriend. What? And her name Tinker LaBean, Tutu. That ain't
Yeah.
her real name.
Yeah.
Or what street you stay on? I don't know. What you want to know? What street? Baby, this the police. You are lost. They don't even know who to talk to or not, or do have you anybody. And this is I'm teaching my grandkids. And I one day I made the mistake. We was at the mall and we was in JC Penney's and I asked my granddaughters, they're twins, and I said, if somebody come up to you and grab your hand, what are you gonna say? They looked at me, I say, what are you supposed to say? They said stranger danger. Kept saying it, kept saying it. So we went on through the store, and as we walked down this aisle, and I can't even stop from laughing. This lady said, "Oh, you ladies are so cute, you girls." And they said, "My Mimi said, don't talk to you, stranger danger, help us." I was so embarrassed. The lady was the lady was only complimenting them, and they started talking about stranger danger, help, and started falling on the floor, screaming and hollering, and people come running over there looking. I told my daughter, get your kids, because I'm not going over there to be embarrassed. And then they tell me, my Mimi said, don't talk to you, you stranger danger. I said, Jesus, and kept saying it. So when the guard came over there, she said, I not talk to you, you stranger danger. I said, oh, Lord, I forgot to tell the kids that don't say it to the police. And right now, they still do it right today. People talk to them in the store. They say, my Mimi said, don't talk to you, you stranger danger. And
Well,
just
see,
start saying it real loud.
but you know another reason why that is because we don't even have police that really come into our communities. We don't
Nope.
have police that interact with families and things, get to know people. If you're in this district, and the only time I ever see you is when something is happening. Oh,
Yep.
what is that?
Yep. Yep. And you know I said that when one day, remember they was chasing that guy, and I was like, oh, all of you guys need to go to the gym. And where district y'all from, and what area? Didn't never seen them a day in my life. But they could do some high speed chasing and kill people and wreck up people's house and homes and all of that. I just don't understand. I just
Well,
don't understand.
if they get some of them out of these police cars and start letting them walk the beat, maybe they'll find out what's going on, and maybe a lot of stuff can be prevented. You know
Sure
what I'm
can.
saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Because they
Yes,
know
ma'am.
what to look out for and know who's doing what.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
And
Walk the
that
beat.
that
They don't even do that anymore.
and that's not only with the police, that's with the politicians too. Just
Yep.
like all the people and stuff. They don't know
Mm-hmm.
anybody.
Nope.
Only time they
Nope.
know you is when it's time to be reelected. Then everybody is knocking at your door. Who are you?
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. You're
Our community
absolutely
is
right.
just we're in need of a lot of help. We're just in need of a lot of help, and only thing people can do is complain about the violence and stuff. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
we're back to the same circle again. Where
Yep.
is it coming from? No, lack of communication. They have
Glad.
nothing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're
People's
absolutely right.
finances are funny.
Yes. Yes. Very much so. Very much so. And a lot of people finances is messed up because of the priority. They don't have their priorities right. If you have
That's true
your
too.
priorities right, you
That's true
can't
too.
go wrong. You can't go wrong. And some people think it's better with two in a household. I don't believe in that. We talked about that the last time the podcast was on, and Ace he made his statement. Look at him. He only grew up with his mom, and look how he turned out. It's all in what you want out here. You gotta want it to get it. You and nobody's
Well,
gonna
like
give
I
you anything. That's one thing Mama J Yacht always taught me. If you don't go get it for yourself, ain't nobody out here going to give it to you, and especially not in this day and time. Nobody's giving you anything. And I tell my kids that when there's no more me, I don't know what you're going to do. So you better get your ducks in a row. Don't always think that I'm going to always be there, because I'm not. I had a couple of the closest, and one was my best friend, leave me at the drop of a hat. And that's all me and her used to talk about. Like, what would these kids do if it was no more us? And she gone. It'll be 2 years this year, and it don't. Every day I'll be like, boy, I miss my bestie, because at that time I started thinking about that dog. If my bestie leave me, what will I do? Well, I'm still here. I'm still making it. I miss her because I don't have that. other second hand where I could call if somebody needed something. I don't have none of that. But a lot of my topics that I will have next week, we kind of talked on it last week about the poly. I'm getting my more information on that situation, and a lot of things that maybe we could do in the community to change a lot of things. Like, and when you were saying about the mentor, and we need a lot of women to mentor too, because it's a lot of young ladies out here that need mentoring. I don't know where they start thinking that you gotta take this abuse, or you can't. You can. You can do anything you put your mind to it. It's
Well,
just all about, you can't be selfish. You got to give to get. And that's what I tell people. And I hate to say this, but St. Louis, we are some selfish people. If you see somebody coming up, or y'all could be in the same profession, and they'll be asking you questions, oh man, I don't know. And you got the plug. Why not plug yourself first and then bring them on, or either just show them the way to it, and that's St. Louis. That's what I hate about it. And y'all wonder why people say, oh, I'm finna move. But if you move from here and go somewhere else, yeah, it's gonna be better, because guess what? You don't know nobody. And people gonna help you. Stranger will help you before your family will. And I'm telling you, and that's the honest to God truth. And family always got their palm up. Instead of having their palm down trying to help you, they got their palm out and up trying to look for something. And it just don't work that way. It just don't work. They feel, oh, he finna get that big settlement. He ain't gonna help nobody. Who said in the settlement that you had to take part of your money and help other people in your family? No. When you was down, were them people helping you? I ask people that. When I get down, who gonna help me? Oh, you're right. I gotta help myself. That's the same thing I preach to you. Help yourself.
well, this is what I'm saying. People better wake up. We have an election coming. Trump is running. I don't know about Biden, or hopefully he'll be still in there to run against him. But let me tell you people something. If you think things are bad now,
Now,
you haven't seen bad yet.
sure ain't.
Just
Sure ain't.
like he persuaded all these lawmakers to ban this abortion and stuff, it's going to be a whole lot more stuff that
Yep.
they're going to ban if he get back in there. And you
Mhm.
know what they're going to start with? They're going to start with the Section 8.
Yep.
So if people think they got it made because they're on Section 8, you better wake up. And
Yep.
I mean, y'all better begin to wake up fast, because that Section 8 is going to go. The
Yep.
food stamps are going to go.
Yep.
Lot of heat and all of this stuff is going to
Yep.
go by the wayside.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And one day you're
I
going to
say
wake
that.
up. You think your head is hurting today? You
Yep.
won't have a head tomorrow.
Right. And giving him the blue card to go to Mally's and get some chicken. And he's sitting there playing the game, the PlayStation 5 that you done bought him. Really? He grown. If he can beg, and if you got 20 for the other, for the weed, you got 20 on the bill. I don't understand where people think they can lay for free. It's nothing out here free. And like you said, when they cut them food stamps off, watch what I'm telling you. People gonna just walk in the store and just walk out with buggies of food, because they ain't gonna know how to survive out here. And then a lot of people too, I'm gonna say this, don't want to go get a job. It's not the job. The job probably not even hard. The job probably easy. It's the people you have in management. The management people run off the employees. You hire your cousin and your brother. He late every day, and then one day I'm late because had a tire blow on the highway. You want to write me up, and I ain't never been late. Been there 10 years and ain't never been late. And your cousin just started 2 months ago, and he late. He been late ever since the day he started. And you writing me up. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. I do nursing, and a lot of people think nursing where it's at. It is. It just depends on who you working with and where you working. Cause a lot of these places, I'm telling you, I wouldn't put my dog there. And it ain't because of the place. Sometimes it be the whole outcome of the facility. It do. And people think it's easy. It's not easy. Nothing's easy out here, and don't nothing come to you. Don't nothing come to a dreamer but a dream. And that's real talk.
That's
And a
about the
lot of
size of
men
heaven.
and a lot of men be talking about like women, all these women think they can do it all. We can. On the radio this morning, he asked a question, and I couldn't wait to get on her to say this. He said, if you were in the house living with a man, what is it that you wouldn't do that you feel you shouldn't have to do? And I was sitting in the corner saying, I don't know. He was like, well, a lot of women I see cutting the grass. I was like, yeah, I cut the grass. I got a bunch of trees out in the front. I got to go out there and one day pick them up. He said, would you get out there and do the leaves? Yeah, I done had 72 bags of leaves I done put out there. I have to put 10 out a week for the trash people to pick up. Tell me, what you there for? If you can't put a trash can out, I don't need you. I need you to do things that I can't do. And Mama J, I'm gonna
Yeah,
leave us off on this one because next week, I'm telling you, I have to hit this one in the head. I don't know where people get with this word, and you already know what this word is. This word is like cursing me, cutting me, submissive. I want this word out the dictionary. I don't want even nobody even to say the word to me. Submissive. Submissive is crazy to me because I don't know what submissive is. Evidently, I must got the wrong definition of it, or it's just something that I just can't see me. Oh, I'm submissive. What is that? I don't want to be submissive to no man. And if that means I got to be by myself for the rest of my life, I will be. I want to be 50-50. Because I feel like if I'm submissive to you and you handling everything, something happened to you, we going down the drain. We down the drain. Because you running everything. I won't know the first thing to do.
that's
I'm
true.
so submissive. I'm letting you do everything. You're paying all the bills, and now today in time, that ain't happening. I don't want it. I don't want it because these men selfish. I be submissive to you. You pay all the bills, and the first thing you gonna say is, I take my whole chicken. I pay all the bills, and there I go, looking stupid because it's the truth. But if we 50-50, there's no way that you could come to me as being a woman and I work just as hard as you do, probably work even harder for you to say, I pay all the bills. But what do I do while I'm here? But if we
But then
50-50,
that's a two-way street though. If you're a homemaker and he's the breadwinner, then it's still half and half because he gets up and he goes to work every day. Okay, I'm at home, but I'm going to do everything that I'm supposed to do to make that a home. So when you come through that front door, you can leave all that other mess outside the door. Because once you know you come through that front door, hey, I'm home. I
right?
know where I am. I know who got my back.
But some men
Well, see,
have that and still don't know what it is.
well, then I don't know. I don't know what to say on that one because I've always been, even in my day and time, I was always an independent woman because I like my own money,
Right?
and
But
I don't really. Now we can discuss anything that's got to do with us spending this or buying this. I don't have a problem with that.
right,
But at the end of the day, that's still my money, and I feel that if I want to do this or I want to get this or I want to buy that, then I feel I should be able to do that.
true. You're absolutely true. You're
Now, when you
absolutely
pay,
right.
if you paid all the bills and you got money left over, hey, I'm not worried about what you do with the rest of your money
Yep.
because that's your money. Your
Yep.
name is on that paycheck, not mine. And I feel the same way, just the opposite.
But
Well,
we
what
had
you
a
take,
discussion about the submissive part, Mama J, that was back in your time or a little bit before I came. You as being my mother, you guys were submissive to men because those were real men. We don't have that in this society, because real men don't walk with their pants down. And I don't care if you got on fruity balloons or what's them etiquettes or whatever they do, underwear is that costs $40 per one draws, where we could have took that and made that 40 grow into something else, but you chose to see material things is what they own in life. I'm so glad you brought me up not to being materialistic, even though I could have been that, but I didn't. And I didn't bring my kids up like that. And people say, well, why you say that? Because I never brought my kids up on material things, even though I did real estate, even though we had it like that. I just didn't bring them up because I wasn't taught to be that way. Now you ask me that now at 24, yeah, I am. Because I don't have any more children anymore and everybody grown and gone. So now I can splurge and do everything that I wanted to do. But I felt like my kids come first, and they still do now. And they're grown. And my grandkids come before them. And I hope they listening so they'll hear me say it. My grandkids come before you. My grandkids call right now and say they needed $10. If you didn't provoke them to call me, I send it in a drop of a hat. But the grown grandkids, I can't see me doing that. You don't never even call me. You don't pick up that phone. You don't even know if I'm in the land of the living. My birthday in 10 days, I'm gonna see how many people send me some cash app or Google me some money. Grandkids, kids, friends, Facebook friends. I have a lot of
Don't hold your
Facebook
breath.
friends.
Don't hold your breath.
I say that. I say that. And people want to say why I don't believe in submissive. You could be submissive to your friends. Why do it have to be just in a relationship? And like
I don't
last week
know
we was talking
because
about the poly. I'm still waiting on my son to finish doing explaining that to me, because like, he's coming live next week to talk about this poly thing. I hope he got all his ducks in a row and his words in the right order. Because I'm still trying to figure that out. I kind of googled it today, and it said something about being one person being in a relationship with a lot of people. I don't see that. See, that's
how
what I'm
how
saying.
What
how
is
does
that
that work?
like now?
Oh, see. Oh, you read up on it?
No, I just know.
Oh, oh.
Okay, tell them I'm
Hello.
listening. Tell them I'm listening.
I'm
Oh, I don't
listening.
know all the time. I just know it used to be back in the day. It was just one like being poly, but now it's
Hello.
polyamory.
Poly and polyny.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Three people is a triad. That's poly. When you can be
Oh.
with one person. See, a lot of people believe in the Hebrew Israelites way.
Mm.
That's their law,
Mm-hmm.
where you can have up to 7 wives.
Oh. So you know about it.
I know about a lot of things.
Oh, it's a gentleman in the studio, you guys. We may have to get him on here.
Check this out.
We may have to get him on here. He didn't dissected something last week. My son said you have to be willing to do all that. But how you find these people that's willing? I Googled it, and Google said websites. They got websites out here that people get on and they into all of that. But who made this up? That's like the submissive.
That's
Who put
back
all
in
this
that's
together?
back in Egypt,
Yeah,
Roman
that's
times.
back.
That's back in
before this.
yeah.
But see, the way we talk, it's about building community. It's the same way back in when you was out here in Mississippi and Papa was over here doing this and Papa was doing that. He had family everywhere. But see,
Right.
now you bringing them all together to create one.
Oh, like the one man that had all the wives and the
it's
three
like-
sisters and all that.
Yeah,
Those
seven wives,
people,
exactly what
I'm sorry, and I don't mean no harm. Those people are sick, and those people need help, because there's no way. They say one woman can't please one man, and see, I'm the type of person I just don't believe in that, because one man may can't please one woman. See, I figure what's good for you is good for us.
it might be if you
So can women be poly? Can we but it's just men with the women.
yeah, it can be.
No, there's women out there got multiple. One I've seen one black lady. She has a husband. Then she has a boyfriend. Then she has another boyfriend.
But how does
A
she?
relationship.
Yeah,
I want to know how
and they
she get them
all
all to get together
they
like
all
that.
know about each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like your cousin, huh? He had 5 at one time. He got on her, and I'm still trying to figure out how did he get 5 women to live in a house. What you say, Mom J? Your
I'm at
grandson?
I'm at a loss for words, honey. I don't
was too.
I don't know what to say.
I don't either.
'Cause
I asked him.
I'm trying to
He had
figure
the
out.
main girlfriend, and she just gathered all my. I guess she bought them all in, and I guess everybody was in agreement. And I was like, "But who are these other girls?" He said, all of them belong to me." I was
So all of
outdone.
these, so all of these women, I guess they work and the man stay at home and he organized to run everything, right?
Nah, you gotta
No.
be doing
Now
that too. You gotta be the breadwinner.
he the breadwinner.
You gotta be able to take care of all of
All
them.
the women. So if he stay at home and they work and take care of him, what that mean? He a player, or that make him what poly is he in?
He ain't gotta cheat no more.
Oh, that what that is. So and they take care of him.
Everybody know what's going on.
He rubbing his face trying to figure out which poly is that,
No,
cause
that's called.
that's called.
No, it's not what poly is that. It's that's what they told me to do. That's what they agreed.
That was that agreement.
Evidently, because if he just sitting there and they gotta do nothing but manage money, that's pimping.
That's pimping.
That's a whole different way.
Well, he must been pimping then.
He hitting them with their
He
joint.
was he was pitting them, pimping them. You know, couldn't nobody believe it. Nobody would believe me.
So he's sitting on the couch ain't doing nothing.
Nothing. He wasn't doing nothing.
And
Nothing.
he hitting them with their joint.
Yeah. One security, one did nursing, one worked at Walgreens, the other one braided her, and the other one, I guess she just maintained the house while everybody else went and did their thing. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't
We're
even
not
lie.
gonna we're not gonna put all of that out there. I just don't
He didn't
understand.
care. He said he don't care. He said that was his past life. He didn't care.
He's a hustler.
No.
Oh shit. He got the game.
All that, you know how you be at the job and everybody get direct deposit. Everybody money went to his card.
Oh, he got the game, baby.
He said he had the game. I said that. I don't know what poly he is. Is that a new one? Is that the new trend?
No, that's all what you blaze.
That's not
What I'm
poly.
trying to figure out what I'm trying to figure out is what benefits are you getting from that?
He said player.
You see what happened with
He said he was a player. I'm trying to. Hey, can't nobody get it like that.
phone thinking every 30 minutes.
Yeah, they all live there, and I mean they had like more than that.
And he ain't gotta go get the food.
He ain't got to go get nothing. Did nothing.
Stop.
Didn't do
My food.
do not one thing.
Sometimes life is great.
Life is great, wonderful.
Depends on how you treat it though.
Yeah, treating them like a king, and I'm like, is this realistic? Like, is something like people come? But when he kept saying, I was like, boy, that's something you doing. That's trashy. You know, I just didn't understand. I still to today don't understand. You know,
Well,
a lot of things.
that almost seemed like it's some kind of cult.
That's what I thought it was.
Let me find out they talking about dude that was.
Yeah, a cult.
Please leave your message.
They say he was
Yeah.
dude that was out there wearing to that. Say he was had a coat. He had on my side sunbathing.
Oh, I know
No.
what you talking about.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. what you talking
He had him sunbathing. Oh, see, I learn something new every day. But I
they
watched
just
them
disagree.
shows like that. I thought the Amish people was the only people that did stuff. I'm telling you, the Amish people. You know how he had multiple wives and they live on that farm, and he had like a wifer and a kids and a wifer and a
See,
kids.
Amish people do
See,
more. They don't do technology. They don't.
They don't do none of that.
Yeah, they don't. They off the grid. Like, yeah, they just.
But the man take care of all of them.
Yeah, but then they marry those women. They do have the
Yeah,
decency to
like
call
African
themselves
people do.
marrying them. They're
That's
just not
called
all living together like that.
really.
They all your wives. Huh?
Yeah, I'm
Sister
cool.
wives.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the one sister left. Yeah. See, you know,
Too many
I watch a lot of shows. You know, and then some of them shows be realistic. Some of them shows be talking real life, like life stuff. You know, like kings of queens. You know,
Right. So that's how you get back to that point.
yeah.
The system has been.
Cause she doing it right with the strippers.
What happened now?
Cool.
All kings men. You watch that?
Nah, I'll be looking at links. I don't even know no men's.
But it ain't about. See, everybody think that show is about stripping, but it's not. It's about her being in control.
Like them dudes be naked.
But that's to throw you off
They threw
to
me
what
off.
she have them really actually doing, and how she could control
I done heard that
people.
before too. It ain't about
It
stripping.
ain't about stripping. That's to throw you off to think that's what it's about, but it's not. It's not. It's about her being in control. About she could say to you like, "Hey, I need you to handle that third," and you'll know exactly what she's saying to go do. But then it's about her manipulating people too, and how much power and pull she got. That's what it's about. That's why I said about the submissive part. Where do that come in at? Because now in today, my age, I'm gonna say my age women, we don't look at it like that. These I don't know what these young people like my kids and then what do y'all think? Because they'll we need a lot of mentors out here because some of them got the wrong perception of what life is, and then a lot of just like we were saying earlier before you guys came in about the crime out here. It's more young girls, women being killed than men, and I'm trying to figure out like what is going on.
The young women nowadays want to be the men. They want to tow guns and gang bang and do that. So what you want to do? Actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. But who's guiding all of this? Who? And then they don't want to listen to us because they think we just was born like grown and dumb.
That was the government's plan. It
It
worked.
was, and you the
Well,
first
see,
person
a lot of them
that
wanna,
ever said
a
that.
lot of them wanna lead that will lead this fast life, but don't know it's consequences behind all of that. You
Exactly.
know, what you see is not
What
always
you get.
what you're gonna end up with.
Yep. See
You see
where
what
it
I'm saying?
went
Oh, cause he got money, he got a nice car, he got nice wheels on his car, and we go here and we go there and we eat lobster and caviar and everything else or whatever else the hell they eat out there. And they think that's living and they
from
think
Maui
that's life, but they don't know what's behind all of that. And a lot of them just
fish and
they make
chicken.
poor choices. They make poor choices.
Yes.
And a lot got it. I would say a lot does too with family and because how I grew up, I knew I had uncles that didn't play if I disrespected my mama. My uncle come put his foot in your ass,
Right, right.
That's
like
right.
beat you up, beat your friends up. All you think
Hey,
y'all
how you
tough, y'all
doing?
want to. Like these, I
That's
knew
right.
the type of
Are
lifestyle
you
they
available to
lived,
talk?
and they did not play that shit. So it wasn't no disrespecting your mama and all that.
That's
No,
right.
you know, nowadays it's coming. Oh, you can't whoop my kids. No. I
Yep.
told my best friend,
Are you able to talk?
nigga, if you something happen to you, I gotta take care of him.
Facts.
So ain't no way to
Hello?
tell me I'll whoop you and him,
Are you
nigga.
able to
So
talk?
you ain't finna tell me I can't discipline my nephew if I need to. I'm not never gonna hurt him.
Also, that comes with probably right there what you just spoke on.
Really?
Yeah, because if something happen, okay, look at it like this. If something happened to you, like this is my best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something happened to him, I got to take care of his family.
Right.
That means I take on all his responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't always about sex,
Right.
because that ain't what probably actually about. It's about building a community.
Okay.
So now you have somebody to take care of that other than these kids out here running rampant like they're doing 16, 13, 14 out with these
Yeah.
guns
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
taking people. Now, if a lot of more people believed in that, maybe it'd be different.
Okay.
But instead of that, this is what you get right here. You move
They
around.
had they had I heard on the news where they had these guys had robbed somebody downtown and the person ended up getting killed. And when they did, they caught a couple of them and one was only 13 years old. Now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What the hell is a 13-year-old doing out in the street at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Mama
Tell
got
me that.
mama at
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
The older brother probably like 16. He out there with him.
Mm-hmm.
He had a
You're
rock.
absolutely right. Yeah. And want to be just like them. Want to be just like them. And they don't know. That's where all this violence come in and all of that. Hey, how are you? We have a question. We want to know. uh, Yes, I didn't call my son back. He normally come on, and I asked him, was he trying to play like he didn't hear me? But we want to know. I said in your past life, how did you get everybody to come together? Did you or did somebody else get your group going? Huh? The poly group. They said the poly you had was being a player. Because they said the poly takes care of the women. But- Boy, it's already out there. Come on, you was already live. Come on, cause this is real talk. This is podcast talk. Real talk. But how did you get all of them to work and you didn't? Yes. I t- it's two gentlemen in the studio, and we were talking about Polly, and I explained to them you, and they said, "Oh, he want Polly. You a player." Told you. And how many did you have at one time? Be honest. Besides the five, how many total? Besides the five, how many extra did you have besides that five? Besides the five. So they made eight, right? Told you. Eight.
Somebody on here said, as a Muslim, we do four wives, but not like that.
Okay.
And she in Europe.
Okay. They say they do. Yeah. Yeah.
She
Eight.
from St. Louis. She moved to Europe.
She moved to Europe. Really? That's very interesting.
It's a thing.
Oh, you had a recruiter. They have recruiters?
Yeah, the main chick is a recruiter.
Oh, the main chick is the
He
recruiter.
can recruit too, depending on if he leads or not.
Oh. See?
He said, everything has to be equal, and the women do not have to work.
Right. The women shouldn't have to work.
Now that's power.
It's a lady that say she moved from here to Europe, and she say
Say Muslim, they do four
they
wives.
Muslim and they do four.
And that's the religion. He said
Right.
the husband has to be able to provide fully for them all four.
Okay.
Just like Hebrew Israelites believe in seven.
So how do the intimacy go? You know, do we take days? Like I'm on Monday, you Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or just we all together? We sleep
Y'all
together.
can get down together if you want.
So what that be?
All y'all love each other.
Sound,
That's
sound a lot like to me like Trumpism. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's a real word. I'd have made it up, but it sure don't sound too good to me because that
That's what
sounds. And I'm gonna
sound.
be real. That sounds trampy.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
wants a life like that? Who wants a life like that? Tell me.
The lady say, for us, Polly is crazy. Each
oh,
woman has her own home. See, that's like the sister, what the Coke people, don't they?
ain't no coat. That's not a coat.
I mean, the
No,
Amish people.
coat shit is totally different. A coat is one that when you brainwashed.
You you said it's more women be Polly who?
The men, facts.
No, that lady said it sounds like STDs to her. I'm with her on that one.
And I agree. I sure do agree.
Well, that's the way to do that. That's the way around all that.
Polly, they just yeah. I saw a guy that's on YouTube. He got a channel where he got his kids' mother, both his kids' mothers.
You got a key?
Huh?
You got a key awakened?
Is that his name?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The herbal healing?
I think so. And they all live in the house together and all of that. Yeah.
Also, he healing people.
You say who, Gerald? Oh. Three incomes is better than one.
Always.
Yeah, it always. But it comes a lot with that, right? You have to be mentally strong. Yeah, you absolutely. My mental must not be there yet.
like you could be in a polycule. You don't too much really have to worry about nothing.
Nobody cheating or anything, huh?
No, because we all know each other. And whoever is the person in the middle, they just go between us. That's pretty much it.
So do you add on, and when the person add on where they fit? Cause I ain't seeing
Not in
50-50 love and no poly. I see
not in a
90-10. The 90 going out and the 10 is just the person, right? How can you love all those people like that?
you love your whole family, don't you?
But I ain't sleeping with my family.
Okay, do you
Son,
have sex with them? It's the same
that
thing.
either. Okay. So it go back to Mr. Strutter said last week, how why what did he say, Ace? Can you love your wife like you can't why don't you love your wife like you love your daughter or something like that? Ain't that two different loves?
Yeah,
Ain't that two different loves?
yeah,
I
that's two
thought
That's
so.
different
not
love.
the same kind of love.
It's not the same kind of loving.
You love
I
all
don't think so. I can't love my husband the way I love my son. Cause I love my son more. It's things I do for him that I wouldn't do for you.
that's unconditional. The child is supposed to
You're unconditional. So you can't love your wife and your daughter or love your son and your husband the same way.
one of them is
Somebody
a pleasure in one. But if we all want to keep it grounded, we can.
oh
If you're my girlfriend and she's your girlfriend and that's my girlfriend, then we're all equal. We all love each other.
I'm with her. She said you can't love four wives the same. That's lust.
Yes, you can. So that means you can't love
Poly,
them
she
all
said
at once.
poly is lust.
How? How's it still love? She might want to take that up with her species because they're the prime leaders in being poly. This is a
Oh.
woman situation. Like this is a woman ruled world. Like
It's a woman situation to be poly. You think? I don't
there
think
ain't more
so.
women looking to be poly than there are men looking to be poly. Most dudes just think of the aspect of threesomes all the time, and that's cool.
Yeah, I can't see that. Cause how can a woman manipulate a man to be poly? Y'all too strong minded. Y'all ain't going for that.
Because she likes the same things
Unless he
that you like.
weak. He gotta be weak to be poly. For me to have five, I would love that. But if it's able to be done, somebody teach me.
You gotta
Teach,
realize
teach me. I'm willing to learn.
No, I would think it would be more easier to convince a
But I don't
man.
want. But I don't want you all to live with me. That's the whole catch. I don't want you to live. Y'all can live in all your own houses,
You
and
don't have to
I've
live with him.
these men these days. Every bow weaver looking for a home. It's finna get hot outside. The bow weavers are leaving out. Bow weavers look for a home. You ain't never heard of that? Yeah.
did you know that there's a lot of dudes who got their own crib?
It's a lot of men do have their own crib with their sister or cousin or grandmother. But yes, it's a lot of men have their own. But when I say Bo Weevil looking for a home, that's when a man always say, "Well, what you doing tonight? You think I could slide through?" No, you cannot.
Why they get them slide though?
What you sliding through for? Is you sliding? Is you gonna slide one of these bills when you slide through? You ain't trying to do that. If you complaining to me before you slide through, why would I let you slide through?
So if a man comes through and pay that bill off the why do jump,
You
women
ain't paying no one bill. You ain't coming to pay one bill. It's more than one bill at that home.
it's over you realize that's
It's
prostitution?
catch at 22. Yeah.
You see, you realize that's prostitution.
Yeah. I thought it would be poly. That's not poly. That's what you coming to get, poly.
That's selling. No.
But poly.
You keep saying he get to tell you what to do and how to do it.
That's why I said I won't be submissive. You my type. You my type of man with the question. Yep, yep. If he pay all the bills, he gonna tell me what to do and how high to jump. I don't want to jump, and I don't want you to tell me how high. So it's gonna be 50-50. But see, when I say 50-50, that means I can handle your 50 or you can handle my 50. Whoever leave out the door, we should be able to handle the whole 100. And that's what I teach my daughters. You don't never go nowhere where you don't think that you can handle by yourself. Because what one man won't do, the next one will.
And what one woman won't do,
So
that's
that's how
vice
you live
versa.
to your other man.
Your
You
argument
answer
does
your
not
own
make any
question.
sense.
Yeah.
That sounds like children talking.
What you gonna do?
That sound like who?
That sounds like children talk to me. That's tit for tat.
You think?
a lot of these women like to do is tit for tat. Well, because you didn't do it, I'm gonna do. No,
No,
that's
I
not.
don't believe in that. I don't believe in
They
tit for
say it's
tat.
50-50, but then everything is only ran on your terms. That's not the case.
No, it don't even have to be ran on my terms. It's just that, how can I say this? And we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. It's too many needy men out here. When you start asking me, can you? I hate that. Can you is them two words I just cannot stand. It like that's almost like submissive. Can you? It's always can you. Every time you say something, first thing come out my mouth, baby. Can you? Can I do what? Can you do it for yourself? You say who?
Can you use it in a sentence?
Oh, you know the credit card people. Can you call them? Can you you think when you get off, can you go back? Can it's always can you? No, can you? Look in the mirror and ask yourself, can you do it for yourself? I don't like that. Every time you come, it's always can you. You can't never do nothing.
So if I'm late for work, I gotta move. I gotta get out of the work. Man, can you? That's a problem.
That day, you ain't late for the work every day. Huh? Well, you gonna be out of luck. You gonna get it together when I can't do it. You gonna remember when I cannot do it.
Can you help me get up?
I can't. I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna help you.
Cause you don't want to put me to sleep.
But if we was doing poly, we wouldn't have that problem. Cause I wouldn't be the only one. Can you? Can we?
If it was a poly situation, we all so there is no problems.
What's that?
There's
See?
not a personal problem with somebody. There is no.
Uh huh. See, I'm gonna get it together this week. I got a whole week to come back next Wednesday with some new. Cause my son gonna do his homework and come better with it. What she say? There are a couple that's looking for a what? She say?
Who looking for a triad? Yeah, I'm looking for
Who looking for a triad?
They looking for a man or woman. They're trying to complete they trying.
But if you a poly, do it matter?
That's the problem.
Can you have?
That's the triangle.
Oh.
I keep saying it.
Well, when I read poly, it said, and my definition is everybody bisexual, right?
They might just want you for the night. Everybody ain't bisexual.
Oh.
Nah, that ain't how it works. We not gonna
See, when we start touching on that, you get a little sensitive.
Don't touch my ass.
Well, that's why I be telling them young boys about their pants sagging. Well, do you know what that mean? And they get a little upset when you tell them, right? That mean come get me. Don't it? They don't even know the meaning of that. Why they pants sagging?
Yeah, that was a meaning of old school. I mean, that's a jail term.
Right.
If you on the street, now if a nigga out here taking dick on the street, that's different.
How would you know that? It's so many undercover.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
There's undercover.
Here's my language.
It's undercover. Yeah, it's a lot of undercover women. And some women come out the closet.
No, they don't.
Women come out the closet.
You said what?
Is that possible?
Yeah, women come out the closet, yes.
You said women?
Why you think
Yeah.
so skeptical of you was talking about some we have a girls' night.
Yeah.
We know what girls
No, girls' night don't all mean that, honey.
Oh, that's a sign.
It's been, girls' night's been like that.
Hold on, because I'm finna explain. So you mean to tell me
Women
the
love women.
lingerie
See,
girls'
the
night
it,
not
see, man, I ain't finna go on.
so all y'all got
No, coming out of the closet is
because
regardless look, you gotta because trip off of it. Everything is
for no
feminine
reason.
until it's not.
True. You're absolutely right.
So everything we do, our dress, the jewelry, that's feminine attraction.
True.
Because we do this to attract who?
Women
Exactly. So
and men.
shit. Nah,
You on the outside of the podcast looking in. Give it to us raw.
I'm trying to attract no men, I'm sure. I hope not. But it be like this sometimes. You know, this day and age is different.
Mr.
The link back.
Mr. Stratus, we tried to get you in.
Yeah, we're finna end
We finna end and we asked the question that you had about how can you love your wife and daughter the same way. They said it's impossible.
Well, no, it's not impossible because everything in life starts with a thought. And what I mean by give your wife the same favor and grace that you will give your
Nope.
daughter.
That's not possible.
That's not possible. It's not possible.
One person you have intercourse with.
He said one woman, one person you having intercourse with.
No, listen. That's see. That's what people always go with. I said same favor and grace that you would want someone to give your daughter,
Yeah, but your wife and your daughter are doing two different
no.
things. That
That
one
means
is a child, one is an adult.
if I don't want someone calling my daughters bitches and hoes, why would I do it to the next woman? If I don't want someone kicking my daughter's tail, why would I want to do it to my own woman?
That's different. That's just common sense.
Yeah,
That ain't got
that's
nothing to do
If
with
that's
love.
I no, that's with a thought. That's love. Love, everything starts with a
yeah.
thought.
It does. Like
So,
poly is with a thought, right? So you
so
can do poly, right?
you can't have sexual intercourse with someone unless you have the thought.
True. That's so true.
So what I mean by loving your mate the same way as you would love your child, that means the thought. I don't want to do nothing to my mate that I don't want someone to do to my daughter. But with the so-called men,
Yeah.
they don't see it that way.
Right. If you put it that way, yeah.
All they say is that I mean, I'm finna go hurt this son of a gun. He just did this to my daughter. But
Yeah.
you've been doing this same thing to your wife.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I see you saying that part of it. Yeah. Understand what you're saying.
That's
So
just having
people always
respect
say,
for
well,
women.
Yeah.
women
Period.
are
Period.
intercourse.
Yeah, that's what that means.
That's a male chauvinist pig that always let his, excuse my French, let his dick beat his hand out. I don't let my dick beat my hand out.
That's so true.
Okay.
But
Well,
it's all
thanks.
about what we came back to
Gotta
saying,
wrap
real
it up.
men. But we gonna wrap it up. But next week, hopefully we can invite uh the next podcast guest. Maybe they'll like to come on and we'll discuss some more of the poly. And I'm inviting you guys if you're welcome to come, or you could, I would love for you to come because it's a lot of topics that I want to hit on, even though you guys weren't here. We was talking about the victim of violence stuff. You know how we can get more men to be more mentors out here and more, action. And, and my mother was saying about it's about the money, and then we was talking about, how the government, we have to school them. They, like I say, we lead by example. And a lot of these young guys and stuff like that, just need to be led by example. And maybe the government need to be led by example. I don't know.
You know what the problem with that is? With the
Save it
young
for next
guys,
week. Tell them they
Yeah.
gotta go. Yeah, save it for next week.
99% of
They get to
the
talk.
grown men, they forget how it felt to be a kid. So they say, I'm wrong. I'll fuck that. I ain't gotta do this and do that no more. I'm wrong because they may had a horrible childhood. So they don't resonate with that. I'm grown, but you once was a kid too. You once had those same feelings.
True. Well, we're gonna hold that for next week. So,
Yeah, and first I
yeah.
want to talk about the. You said the poly. I got it because the woman told me something that blew my mind. So I'll hold that thought for next week.
Okay. All righty. Talk to you later. Well, we're going to end it up, and we thank everyone, and we thank the young lady that came on, and hopefully you come back next Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and we will be on time. We just had a little technical difficulty with Mama J logging in, but next week we will be. I will have a couple of special guests next week, and if you have any thing you think that we should talk about or you think that you want to talk about, feel free. Inbox me and we could talk about it and we could put it on the show and hopefully, I get more views, more people. Tell a friend, Family Tide podcast. We are a family. We talk about everything. I don't hold anything back. Mother J say keep it clean this go round, but anything can happen because Mother J is, she could say some things too. Mother J, you want to close it out?
No, I really don't have anything to say. I just want to bless everybody. Be safe. Watch yourself and do right. The most
Yeah.
important thing in the world is to do right. And try learning to say your prayers sometime. Prayer changes things.
Yes, it is. And watch over your children. Do you know where your kids at right now?
That's true.
We never say goodbye. We say in a minute until we see you next week. In a minute. Be
In a
blessed.
minute.